Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. I can't remember what episode this is, but obviously it's now 2021. We're 13 days into it, so almost 2 weeks into the new year, and this is the first video I've uploaded, which is a bit of a disgrace for me. I know it's a bit belated, but Happy New Year to all. I hope things do get better for everybody this year. May not feel like it at the moment, but obviously if we do all stick to the rules and just try do your best. I know it's hard. Trust me, nobody knows this more than myself. It's been difficult with all these, just incompetent government decisions across the four nations. But yeah, just stick with it and let's get down to some Man United talk. So obviously today we've been on a fairly decent run of form recently. Particularly over Christmas, which I didn't really expect. I thought there'd be a slip up in there. There was, if you count the Man City League Cup game, but I think we were just kind of outclassed and we were a bit tired, to be honest. And it wasn't actually the worst performance. Again, we were just outclassed by a better team. And Man City are in a bit of an up, and it's quite worrying how good that they actually look at the moment. But anyway, we won't talk about that because it is a League Cup. It would have been nice to get to the final, but to be honest, like if we're going to get to a final, I would much rather it was the Europa League or the FA Cup later in the season, assuming that still goes ahead. But today we're going to basically talk about the previous results and also the derby matches which are coming up against Liverpool, both in the FA Cup, following on from that point there, and also the league at the weekend on Sunday. So, taking last night's match against Burnley, I watched the second half. I was doing something else first, so I didn't see the whole of the game, but I have seen the highlights, like for like Maguire's goal and things like that. Maguire's goal at first, I thought, right, okay, that's just a clear goal. Why has that been disallowed? Um, but looking at it again, I can see why it was given. Should it have been given? I don't think so. I think it was harsh. Something needs to be done about that, so we're not just taking goals off for the sake of it. Obviously, Luke Shaw as well goes into that tackle, so this was another VAR decision. Um, Luke Shaw does get the ball, but his boot is quite high. Like it's facing, basically, he's got his studs showing, and he does get the ball, but basically, if he misses that, then that's a red card, and he's got to be careful of that in the future. So this was a yellow, I would say. Um, Even though he did get the ball, his studs were showing he shouldn't do that. That can cause a serious injury. And he was lucky to actually win it because we've seen Luke Shaw do some fairly terrible tackles in recent times. So it was just thankful on this occasion that he didn't. Obviously, we did score through Paul Pogba, who has been very good recently. It's good for us at the moment because he has basically been the one who has carried us to top of the league. Him and Bruno Fernandes, but Bruno has been quite tired recently, which is fair enough. He's played every single game pretty much. We've not been able to play without him, so I'm not criticising him. He is entitled to be tired if anybody in the squad. And Paul Pogba has stepped up with a couple of goals, a few assists, and obviously scored last night through a deflection. But he was the one who took the initiative to get into the box and actually take the shot. So fair play to him. It was on target anyway, and the goal has gone to him as it should. It's a good thing. And you know what? If he can lead us to the title this season, which I still don't think will happen, I think we're just a bit short. I think had we recruited properly in the summer, we maybe have been a chance, but our squad's just too thin. Like the right hand side's a problem. Mason Greenwood is a very good talent, but I just don't think he is ready to sort of step up to starting every week yet. He is only 18, and the press has been on his back for whatever reason this season. I've discussed it in other videos, and it may just be getting to him a bit. Obviously, had a great breakthrough season last year. A bit slower this season, but obviously he's not started as many games. When he has, to be honest, he's not been great, other than the odd game. It's probably just a case of easing him in. We need somebody else on that right hand side. Diallo has signed, obviously, and I think he plays there. I don't know anything about this young guy, but again, he's only 18. We need somebody more experienced on that right hand side. Are we going to get that person in January? No. Will we get them next summer? I honestly don't think so. I think the club will want to try Diallo and Greenwood. By that point, Greenwood will be going pretty much into his third season, so they might expect him to step up. But at the moment, yeah, he's not quite ready for that yet. So really, at the point I'm making is it has been sort of Bruno Fernandes who's carried us through this season. and Pogba's just kind of coming to it recently. And if Pogba can sort of take us to that next level and push us to the end of the season where we're in a position to win the leagues, then you know what? If he wants to leave after that, fair enough. Um, yeah, so he did well last night, and to be honest, it was a game I thought we may struggle in. I could see it being like a 1-1 sort of affair, and it nearly was at the end of a couple of Burnley scares. But they've proved why they're bottom, right at the bottom of the league. They can't score. They're terrible. We had that feeling of that kind of game, which we may mess up. And last season we would have. Um, and it's just a bit annoying that we didn't beat Leicester now, isn't it? Because that would have meant we'd been 6 points clear. And this just makes the game against Liverpool even more terrifying. And I think Man City may have a game in hand. And I think if they win that, they go top, assuming they keep winning, which I think they will. So it's going to be very interesting. It's good to have an actual title race on. You know, we're proving that we're part of it. Um, you know, it just shows how inconsistent we are. The fact that we are in January, mid-January now, pretty much, and top team is on only like on 36 to 33 points. It just shows like how inconsistent everyone's been last season. I think Liverpool were on about 50 or something by now. But yeah, we're playing them at the weekend. So to move on to that, um, do I think it'll be a tough one? The squad looks very tired because we keep playing the same 11. For some reason, I just don't think Solskjaer trusts Alex Telles. He's not playing in big games. So I think you can expect Luke Shaw to be there again. Eric Bailly is obviously playing very well. He's another one who's basically, I should have mentioned him before, he's another one who has basically saved us a lot of points. Last night's no exception, making that block against the Burnley defender to send it wide for a corner in the last 5 minutes or so. Yeah, he is so important and needs to be fit for Sunday. So it's just as well we've got a few days off to prepare for that one. What do I think the score will be? It depends what Man United side turn up and what Liverpool side turn up. Liverpool are no stranger to getting beat this season, however. We saw them get hammered by Aston Villa. But then we've seen them hammer teams like Crystal Palace as well, and then they've gone and lost other games and dropped points at West Brom. Yeah, it really depends. If our best team turn up, we've got a chance because we're so quick on the counter attack. Our passing can be smooth, and if our players are up for it, well, if we can beat them. We can do it, and particularly the fact that Liverpool still don't have a proper defence. Van Dijk's still not back, which is a big bonus. But again, our defence isn't fantastic either, other than Bailly. I still don't think any of the others are really good enough. Wan-Bissaka's having a difficult second season. Hopefully that'll improve soon because it's obvious where his talents lie. He was excellent last year and probably could have been player of the year if he really wanted to be. Um, so it depends what sides turn up for both. We're having a few days off. I'm glad we played last night and not tonight because that gives us those extra few days to recover and prepare for the game. It depends if Solskjaer is going to be brave and attack them or not. Um, I don't know is my answer. If we turn up, we can beat them, and I think it'll be something like 2-1. If Liverpool turn up and we're terrible, it could honestly be like a demolition, and they will very much put us back in our place. I hate to use that phrase, but that's what they'll do. Um, yeah, I think a draw would be okay. But I honestly think if we win it, then that gives the squad a massive amount of confidence. And if we made like a good January signing, which I don't think we will, on top of that, the squad would be in such a high. Um, you know, it, like another centre back, just imagine it. Another centre back, and yeah, beating Liverpool would just make it absolutely fantastic. The FA Cup game is coming up as well against them. If we could win both, then imagine that we're on for a double all of a sudden. We beat Liverpool, arguably the best team in the country at the moment, give or take them or Man City. Then what have we to fear? Really, not a lot domestically anyway. Um, so yeah, I think we should be aiming to win both. Do we? Do I think we'll win both? Probably not. I don't think we have the squad to do it. But yeah, that's where I'm going to leave it today. A bit of a all over the place video. We've kind of covered the game last night, touched on the period over Christmas. I just think it is a shame we couldn't beat Leicester. It seemed a good result at the time, but we could have been 6 points clear rather than three. Because if we lose at the weekend, no matter what, we'll go second. because Liverpool have a better goal difference by about 6 goals, I think it is. But yeah, we'll leave it there. I hope you're all doing well in this situation. The UK is in a nationwide lockdown for God knows how long, but at least we still have a football for the time being. Unless, of course, the cases keep going up in that as well, in which case I suspect it'll be suspended. But anyway, I hope you're all doing well, and please do share this video with your friends, drop a like and comment, and I will see you later.